Good morning. I popped on here a couple minutes early because I don't have a lot of time this morning, but let me get to all the places that I need to make sure that everything is flowing properly. There we go. So let me get all my stuff going. All right, we're live there. We're live there. Oop, oop, oop. Hold on. All right, hold on a second. This one's not showing up. Give me a moment while I'm trying to get this all working. Let's see. Interesting. It's not showing live there, so hold on a second. I apologize. Let me get this. And make sure you let me know when you're here so that I can see as bizarre. Let's see if it'll show up. There we go. All right. So hold on a second. I apologize. Let's see if it'll show up. There we go. Now then, all right. Have to get everything all lined up to make sure that I know what's going on. But I'm so happy to be here this morning. And like I said, it's going to be a little shorter today because I have an early client to get to. And so I am ready. I had this morning, I don't know why something was coming up for me. Good morning, Vanessa. Glad to have you here. I see you watching. Say hello in the comments so that everybody else will see you and we can just have a deeper conversation. Because today is May 2nd. And doesn't it just feel like, I don't know, it's like I can feel this energy in the air and it's just, I can't describe it. It's like there's this energy in the air and it just feels good. It feels magnetic. It feels powerful. And I don't know if you can relate to that or not, but that's how it feels for me this morning. And I would love to know how it feels for you this morning. And so thank you so much for being here. I did pop on here a couple minutes early so I could get everything flowing and be set for our 9 a.m. And so I'm going to go ahead and get straight to the affirmation and the journal prompt. And part of it is this morning I had already, last night, let me go back. Last night, I set up what I wanted to talk about today, which the affirmation and the journal prompt, and I had it all set up. And then for some reason this morning, as I got up and I was feeling things and, listening to the podcast, and then I listened to a book, and it's like the thoughts that came to me, it was like, this is something that I need this morning. And usually when it's something that I need, there's somebody else there that needs it as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and share it. And let me hold on a second. Let me grab this up here. And it's not a new one, but it's a new one for today. The affirmation today is, I am enough, right? And, we spend so much of our time in comparison and looking at where we thought our life was going to be at this stage, this age. And maybe it doesn't meet up with that expectation, or it took a different route than what we were expecting. And we tend to be feeling like it's usually because we don't deserve it or we're not enough. We've got to learn something new. We've got um to do these different things to be worthy, to get the partner that we want, or to have the business we want, the bank account that we want, the family that we want. All of those things, it's like we feel like we have to do something, we have to change something to get there, right? But I am here this morning to tell you, and I don't know if that's something that you even deal with. It may not be. But if it is, I want to reassure you that no matter what's going on in your life, you are enough. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way. And good morning, Carmen. Nice to see you here. And the thing is that, our brain is all the time, our conscious mind is all the time, and our subconscious mind is all the time is trying to help us survive. That's the whole point of what's going on, right? And we've talked so many times about our limiting beliefs and that our subconscious mind, yay, Carmen. But we talk about how our subconscious mind is always trying to help make sure that we survive. And so when we have new ideas and new aspirations of change and doing things, it kind of will let us do things for a while, and then it starts holding us back because it says, I can survive this no matter how bad it is. I know I have survived that. I'm still alive. No matter what I've been through, I am still alive. I know that. I can handle that. But this new thing, we'll let her play for just a little bit, but we're not going to stay there long because we don't know the survival rate of this and we're not taking any chances. So it's doing its job all the time, right? And so if you're in a place where things are not exactly the way you want them to be, remembering that you are enough is paramount to being able to navigate changes, to navigate differences. And the thing is, like, we're always changing. Change is the one constant in life, whether you do it on purpose or you do it by default, right? And so I don't know, are you going through any changes right now? Carmen, I think I remember seeing something about you're doing some physical therapy, or maybe I'm not remembering right. But if that's true, that's a big change. That's a big thing. So let me know in the comments if I'm remembering right, and I may be totally off. But because I see things sometimes, and then it's like it just kind of whoop. And so I may be remembering incorrectly. But if I am, definitely correct me. And so if that's the case, yes, all right, that's what I was thinking. So as you're doing this physical therapy and you're changing and you're getting better, if you're not in this space of knowing that, yes, this is a big change. If you're not in a space knowing that you are enough, then self-sabotage is right around the corner, and it'll start being too uncomfortable. It'll be, you'll have things that'll come up, because right now I think I had saw you were doing steps, you were doing all these things on your own, this physical therapy stuff. And so and I'm not picking on you this morning, Carmen. It's just like you're the great person to example, I guess, because as much as you want it, and you want it all to be amazing and to regain your health and everything and your mobility, as time goes, your actual subconscious mind will start sabotaging you to say, this doesn't feel good, this hurts, I'm aching here, I want to be busy over here, and it will give you a plethora of reasons why, even though you said you wanted to do your physical therapy today, "Hmm, maybe I'll wait till tomorrow." And it may not be happening now, but that's what our subconscious mind does to us. Because even though you were in pain before and it was not comfortable, your subconscious knows you survived whatever discomfort that was. And so part of this affirmation today and the journal prompt that's coming is to get us out of that stage of dropping in to the subconscious sabotage, self-sabotage, right? And so there are so many times in our life we are feeling not enough, and and it can grab us at any given time, no matter who we are. And yes, your timing is so perfect. I just woke up and yesterday I was not feeling good at all. I knew that I was doing this for somebody today, Carmen, because it was for me too. I will share. I did something that wonky to my hip, and I don't know what I did. I really don't. And so my hip's been bothering me. And so I've been doing these different stretching exercises. And then I have this big hard roller thing that I can lay on, and it helps to, I don't even know exactly how to explain it. And so, but whatever, I'm supposed to lay on this and then I roll on it. And when it gets to a place that hurts, I'm supposed to stay right there and go through the pain, right? Well, it hurts, right? And so I'm doing that, and I have been actually avoiding it because it hurt when I did it, right? Well, then the other day, I couldn't sleep because it hurt so bad. And I thought, okay, well, this is stupid. I am, I can endure the pain of working it out, or I cannot sleep with pain. And so it was like a light bulb went off. Oh, I'm self sabotaging right here. And so that was last night. So this morning I got up, and the first thing I did was I got my yoga mat out. I did my stretches. I got the roller thing out and I did it. And it still hurts some, but I can feel it's better. I got my massage gun out, my pressure gun out, and I did that. And so it was like, that just made it so much better, although it hurt during the process, right? And so we do that all the time. And we just have to realize that I can take care of this myself. I am enough. I don't have to, rely on someone else to make me do it. I can do it. And so that's kind of what I was dealing with this morning, in realizing that, I felt like I needed somebody's expertise. I needed somebody else to stand over me and say, don't stop, keep going, keep going. No, I can do that if I choose to. And so there's so much about the power of our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. If we will dive into, I am enough, because most of the time it is coming from the place of not enoughness that we make so many decisions and things that come, right? And so let me get to the journal prompt, because I really like the journal prompt. And like I said, this is my affirmation and journal prompt for me this morning, realizing that I am enough. And I do the comparison thing too. I will see somebody that is my age, and the crazy thing is, I see a lot of people that are my age and even younger that have a hard time. I'm trying to not use profanity, a hard time walking. And then they have a hard time going up steps and all these things. And I'm thinking, damn, that's not how I want my life to be. And so I'm really diving into realizing that I'm enough. I don't have to be like some of these other people that maybe are my age, or maybe even older, maybe even younger. I can make a choice that I can do something different. And so that's where I'm at. I am enough and able to be who I want to be, if that's what I want and that's what I choose to be, right? My decision is I'm not going to be that. I'm going to be something different. I'm going to be limber, energetic, and able to accomplish any damn thing I want to. And it's gotten to the place where I will try that thought practice. Okay, perfect. But I've gotten to that place that it's like there are a lot of evidence of people going through a lot of really physical things as they get older. There's a lot of evidence out there. I mean, hell, that's in our face all day long, right? Commercials, and you go to the grocery store and you see, right? And so now I am looking for all the examples of people that's not their truth, right? Because if it was old age that caused it, then it would be a blanket on all people, right? So it's not old age that causes it. It is lifestyle that causes it. And so I am choosing to realize that I am enough. I have the abilities, I have the knowledge, I have the capability to be whatever the hell I choose. And so I choose to be one of those people that they say, oh, wow, I cannot believe they've gotten older and they don't have any of this stuff, right? I want to be, and I choose to be, and I have decided to be that, knowing that I have all of the information and the capabilities within me. Doesn't mean I don't look for help. So one of the things that I am doing is these tasks every day now. And I've decided that that's what I'm doing. And then when I feel like I need a little bit more help with the actual activities to do, then I will hire a coach to help me with that. And I don't have any problem with that, right? My sister's 70 and thriving. Every morning she does her exercises and has so much energy. Beautiful. Yes. And, and that really shouldn't be the exception, right? That should be the blanket truth. But we have really been inundated with all the tales, all the things. How many times do people go to the doctor and they say, well, that's just getting older. That's just getting older. Well, no, it's not. Tell them to do this and do this and do this so that you cannot have that. So I'll get off my soapbox now, but this is what I'm dealing with right now. And that's why we're here today with all of this. All right. So the journal prompt is, what do you think when you make the statement, I am enough? And then I want you to write out all that comes up for you. Everything, the positive and the negative. And the positive, put a check mark right there and say, hey, yes. But any negatives that pop up, I want you to rewrite each one with a positive reframe. So like when you say, I am enough, I mean, what does that bring up to you? Is it your physical thing? Like, that's what I'm dealing with this morning. And, it may not resonate when I say that my affirmation is I am enough. Maybe that doesn't even connect to the physical for you. It does for me, right? Ah, yes, Carmen. Thank you. So we'll do this together, right? And maybe we need to connect and have like a group of us that want to inspire each other and maybe give each other ideas and all those things, right? And it's funny because I've never felt old until this hip thing. And it was like, what the hell? What did I do? And I'm not even sure because I can't connect it back. I know it felt a little uncomfortable. Good morning, Jean. I know it felt a little uncomfortable, but it was like it didn't register that I didn't even realize it was my hip. As I was walking, I thought, maybe I need to go to the chiropractor because it kind of felt like one leg was shorter than the other. And come to find out, because I did go to the gym one day and I worked with a personal trainer. And so he's the one that said, it's your hip that's off. And it's like, okay. And so he showed me some of the exercises to do to help with that. And that's the things that I'm doing now that I've committed to. I've decided I am committed, right? Hold me accountable. I'm holding myself accountable. We can figure out this together, and it will be amazing how we can be an inspiration to people. Who knows, right? So, looking at good morning, Jean. So glad to have you here. I'm having to cut this short this morning because I have an early client, so I won't be on here much longer. But our affirmation is I am enough. So take that for however it needs to be in your life. For me, it is a physical thing today. I have the knowledge and the ability. I am enough to make a difference in my physical body and my mobility and my ability to function and do the things that I want to do. Because, oh my God, there are so many things that I want to do. And being flexible and being able to move my body is paramount to doing all the things that I want to do. So that is my quest, right? Because yesterday I talked about how we were our story of we were playing a game, the game of life, or maybe it was our fantasy story, right? So my fantasy story and my game of life is being the most active, the most mobile, limber person at my age and even younger people. I'm going to way outperform them. That's just what I've chosen. That's what I've decided. And so remember, there's a difference in a choice and a decision. I talked about this, and this is not fitness, because to me, fitness means that you're working out and you're worried about the muscles and doing the squats and all these different things. To me, that's fitness. And so when I say I'm not, I could care less about having washboard abs, right? I could care less. And so that's what fitness means to me. And so it's just a language thing, right? So to me, what feels good and what I am determined is my life is to be mobile and limber and flowing, because I feel like, to me, fitness is tight, right? I don't know why. It's just that word. It feels constrictive and tight, constrictive on all aspects of life. That's just my interpretation of it. So that doesn't have to be yours. That's just mine. So when I say I didn't make a decision to be fit, because that's what it feels like to me, but I've made the decision to be the most youthful, limber, energetic, able to do any task person, right? And so a choice is we're going to do one or the other. We'll do it or we won't do it. It's a choice. But a decision is burn the boats, I'm doing it. And that's where I'm at. And just because my hip was hurting so bad yesterday, it's like, okay, I've either got to make a decision to do something about it or accept that old age is taking over. And just like I did with my weight when I first became a health coach, I decided I either had to make peace with being fat, or I had to figure out a way to do something about it that lasted, right? So it's the same thing with my body. I have either to accept that this is what happens when you get older, or I change it. And I have decided to change it. That is not my story. And if this is something that resonates with you, then beautiful. Now, it may be that when you think of the affirmation, I am enough, it has nothing to do with this body, right? It has something to do with something else. And that's perfectly okay. Our affirmations and journal prompts are yours, your interpretation of life and what you want to do in it, right? So you decide. And I would love for you to go into the group and share, what today's affirmation is of I am enough, what that brings up for you. Where are you putting that in your arsenal, right? Is it your body? Is it your business? Is it your relationship? Is it your finances? What is it that you are I am enoughing about? right? And for me, it starts with the body, but man, oh man, is everything else too, because I am enough just as I am, and I am enough that I can move my body. I can change my finances. I can work on my relationships. I have all the tools to make it happen, right? Ah, beautiful. Thank you, Carmen. All right. So I've got a client that will be due right now. So let me go ahead and pop off here. But I can't wait to hear how this resonates with you. Add it into the group. Make a post, because I'm telling you, I am so lit up this morning with I am enough. And I want to hear what's going on for you. Mwah. See you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Boop, 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 Friday. Yes, 9 a.m. Eastern. I will see you then. Mwah.